Hey, I am Tampa Bay Tammy, and you are tuned into In Touch Radio, reality radio, where everyone is a star. And today we're going to have a couple of stars in the house with us today discussing education, scholarships, going to college, and it's not too late. So if you got some children or nieces, nephews, grandchildren that you're worried about, and they're graduating this year and they're not enrolled in any school already because they're supposed to already be accepted, I'm here to tell you it's not too late. And I'm have a couple guests in the house with you today who's going to help us and help you move forward. Now, I want to talk about also today what's bugging me. Yes. What's bugging me? What's bugging me is we got too many of our young brothers still locked up. Too many young men still locked up for weed. I'm here to say, let my people go. So I want all of you to say with me, let my people go. Yes. Now, if we can smoke weed recreationally, because that's how it was in Vegas during Super Bowl. They didn't smoke in the hotel, but walking down the street, you could smell weed loud and clear. Smelling good. I took deep breaths every chance I got. I surely did, because, I believe in self-medicating without all the hard chemicals. I believe that weed grows from the earth and God gave it to us as a gift. I believe in weed. I believe weed saves marriages. Yes, I do. If you're mad at the man, smoke a joint, baby, and see if it's better. See if you can forgive him. See if you can relax. See if it ain't so bad. See if your love making is even better. Yes. So what's bugging me? Too many of our brothers locked up. Let my people go. We had a brother in the house the other day, and he told us that he gave us numbers. He said he had been in and out, and he has a program or something that we can sign. I'm going to find out more about it, where you can sign up to be a part of his organization. And we're asking them to let the brothers go. Now, how are they locked up for having a gram of weed or a joint or two, and they selling it now freely? How is it that you have to pay $250 to get something at the dispensary and you can get it for Pookie for $25? It's not fair. And the bottom line is those of us who need it, who need to relax, who need it for whatever reason they need it for, they can barely afford it because you put such a high price on it. But if you grow your own, you're fine. They're going to stop us from growing tomatoes in a minute. Okay. I am Tampa Bay Tammy, and we got a guest coming in a moment. Let me see who she is. I'm going to welcome her in. Is that my girl? Let's see. Welcome. Yes, she's here. None other than Miss Blaylock. Come on in, girl, and shut the door. Hi, it's Michelle Blaylock in the house. Girl, take a seat. Rest your feet. So glad to have you.
Well, thank you so much.
Well, put your headphones on. A lot of people may not know who Michelle Blaylock is, so I'm going to let her introduce herself the way she wants to be introduced, and then I'm going to chime in and give you a little bit more. Tell them a little bit about you, Michelle.
Well, you know what? This is all about me calling myself Money Michelle.
Oh,
because
girl,
I
that's
want
a good
to
one.
help these kids find this money.
Okay.
It is so much money out there for college, and I know we constantly hear about, oh, these scholarships weren't taken, these scholarships weren't taken. It's the grant money that's not being taken.
Okay.
It's the missing of the deadlines that's causing us not to get money.
Right. I mean,
So that's all I'm sticking to, just Money Michelle.
you're Money Michelle. Oh, I'm going to break it down. She's a Hampton graduate. Hey, she's married to none other than her better half is Mr. Robert Blaylock.
You
And
know we got 20 years coming up.
20 years, and you're a proud couple of the year. What year?
Oh, Lordy, now you know I'm bad with dates.
What year is it? It's 2014. Proud couple of the year 2014. Now, her husband is a Tennessee State graduate, and she's a Hampton University graduate. But Michelle is also known for being a TV host, if I'm not mistaken.
That was a long time ago.
Baby, your accolades are your accolades.
Oh, thank
so
you
it's still
so
in your
much.
system. Where were you?
I was at Home Shopping Network from 2000 to 2007. Now you got me on here telling me my age. That's not cute. That's not cute.
That's not cute, but it's all good. You did that. And you know it's the Women's Month anyway. And today is International Women's Day. So you know I got to give you your accolades, okay?
Thank you
So your name is Money Michelle. We're going to stick with that. Everybody say Money Michelle at home. Money Michelle, that's right. Now call a friend and tell them to listen in because Money Michelle is going to tell you where the money is. Money Michelle, where is the money?
The money is in your FAFSA.
Okay.
People act like it's just a 4-letter word that they don't want to say. It's actually 5, but anyway.
Okay.
You have to fill out the FAFSA. It's free. It's the free application for federal student aid.
That's the acronym now for FAFSA. Say it again.
FAFSA. Free
It was the
application for federal student aid.
Now, where do they get this application?
You can just go to FAFSA.gov.
Okay, and you can download it, right?
It's all electronic. You
So
don't
you
even
just
have
type.
to download
You
it.
just type everything
You
you
can just
want.
Google FAFSA, and it's going to come up to the website, the studentaid.gov website, or you can put in FAFSA.gov. Finding the FAFSA is very simple. Now, it's a little tricky to fill the thing out,
Okay.
but finding it is very easy.
And the truth of the matter is, every student has to do it, right?
Everyone. Now, there are people at home right now shaking their head. That's going to give me some student loans. I don't want no student loans. I make too much money. I'm not going to get the Pell Grant. Let me tell you something. In this year of 2023, if you are thinking about going to college, in college, because you have to fill it out every year.
Okay.
Want to go to college, if you have a name and you're thinking about education, you need to fill out the FAFSA.
FAFSA, FAFSA. Okay, so you go to the computer, FAFSA.gov, and you get the application just because you're thinking of going to college. If you're a senior, you have already missed most of the deadlines to go to school, but I'm here to give you hope. You
Well,
can still go
Yes, ma'am.
to a
And that's-
junior college.
Yes, that is
Okay.
exactly
And
what I
then
was about to
transfer where you want to go.
Yes,
Okay.
there are specific programs, whether you're going to go to Hillsborough Community College, St. Pete Community College, they have specific transfer programs to help you get to pretty much any of the Florida public schools. So if you want to go from HCC to UCF or USF, or we know you got to say FAMU,
Okay.
they're there to help you. But
Or Hampton or Tennessee State.
Okay,
Let me tell you, this is not, first of all, we're not local. We're not national. We're international. So if you're thinking of going to college in the United States, you need to fill out the FAFSA.
Oh, most definitely.
FAFSA.
Anywhere in the
I-
United
who?
States. Yeah, the
So,
FAFSA. Anywhere in the United States of America. And what's going to happen, and even for those of you, because I was talking to a little girl the other day, even if you've gotten your acceptance letters, and you're so many kids, this is happening right now, because they did apply. They did everything they were supposed to do. They've gotten accepted, but they've gotten no money because you didn't fill out the FAFSA. There are
Okay.
kids right now sitting at home on an acceptance letter with money they probably could get access to if they would just fill out the FAFSA. And it's a two-part
Give them the
step.
acronym again. We're going to give it to you all day long till it's deep in your
And
system.
I can talk about this all day long. It's FAFSA.
Yes.
The FAFSA. Now, it's a two-part thing. The student has to do it, and the parents have to do it. So it is a two-part thing, but it can be done.
Okay. Look, Michelle,
Oh, I
this
feel
is
so
Money
bad. I
Michelle.
wasn't
Money Michelle, this is SQ Dollar.
Hello.
Hello,
DJ
how are
Dollar.
you?
Well,
Okay.
nice to meet you, DJ Dollar. That traffic ain't no punk, is it?
I'm sorry. This is Riverview at its best with this new hospital going up and
Is that
everything
what
like
it
that.
is?
Yeah, it's killing
I
301.
didn't know you were coming out 301. Well, she came out
I
the other
came
way.
out Hillsborough, right.
Oh,
It was
okay.
a straight parking lot all the way down.
Well, I feel blessed. It takes me 45 minutes to get here any given day.
Well, I feel blessed this is your station and you're not mad at me.
Oh, honey, I'm never mad. I'm easy like Sunday morning. Like I told SQ, I'm not running anything but my mouth, so I'm glad to be able to run that. I take it as a comment. I'm happy with it. So SQ Dollar, meet Money Michelle.
How are you doing, Money Michelle?
Doing good.
Now,
Nice to
what
meet
you
you.
don't know is she's married to none other than Robert Blaylock, and they are the Power Couple of the Year 2014.
Oh, okay. That awesome event I still haven't gotten invited to yet. All right.
It ain't about the invitation, it's about showing up. It's a decision. We're going to get with you on that creed about the Power Couple of the Year for this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Now, the good thing about it is he's not retired teacher, but he used to teach school. He's what did you get your master's from?
Master's is in curriculum and instruction.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I was a teacher for 10 years.
Okay.
What grades?
I did high school. I was a teacher for 4 years. I taught reading, and then I went into the success coach side of it, and I really enjoyed that. And then I just decided to retire.
Okay. Now, Money Michelle is telling them where the money is, how to get the money for college. So I knew you all would be
Oh, that's
good
awesome.
together.
I heard FAFSA.
Yes.
Okay. That's always good. That's always some good letters.
Okay.
So what are your thoughts on the FAFSA? How do people receive it, or how was it perceived back in the day?
Oh, wait a minute.
I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't mean to
Back
say
in the
back in
day,
the day.
Lord have
he's
mercy.
Young. He's young.
I mean, like, I don't know how long ago you retired from education, so.
Okay, back in the day. Am I at that point in life yet?
No,
Does
you
40
almost-
does 40 qualify
I remember
you?
when I thought 40 was old.
Yeah. 40 don't qualify
yeah.
you for back in the day. I don't think 40 should qualify me for back in the day.
With your
But-
new twist hairdo.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah, it's
I
cool.
didn't even
It's
tell you.
cool.
I
Ain't
didn't
mad
tell you. I
at
got it. Yeah.
Look, you got a good oil on that scalp.
Oh.
Okay, that's
I got
all right.
I got a little bit. I just got it the other day. So I'm kind of getting used to it. I'm not used to the breeze. Like when,
Oh.
you ladies get your
can
braids for
feel
the first time, you
Yeah.
can feel it. This is the first time I've ever had my hair done like
Okay.
this. So this is cool.
It's cool. So
my wife is trying to get adjusted to it.
right, because it's a younger look.
Uh-oh, see, there she
Yeah,
goes. She's they
that's
throwing
a
rocks.
younger look.
My wife is 12 years younger than me, so she like
Really?
she like to kick that rock over there at me sometimes. So
Hey, well, I'm sure your wife is going to enjoy that new hairstyle. So you might just have to grow on her a little bit.
So the FAFSA, FAFSA is one of those things that if you didn't know about it, you didn't know about it. Especially, like I said, I was at the high school level for 8 years because I knew about it, and because of my matriculation from high school to college was very involved with the FAFSA. I was able to disseminate the information very easily to the students. What was amazing to me was how many of them didn't already know about it.
Not at all.
I had and I'm from Miami, Miami
okay.
Jackson
So you
Senior
taught
High
in
School.
Miami.
No, I grew up in Miami. I taught in Hillsborough County for 10 years.
Oh,
I grew up in Miami Jackson, class 2001. We had an awesome cap advisor that we would talk about on the other side of the break because I hear the music coming in.
That's what's missing. I couldn't catch my headphones.
That's what I'm here for. I got
I'm
you.
so glad I didn't hear anything. I am Tampa Bay Tammy. Don't you go anywhere. I'm here today with SQ Dollar, Money Michelle, and we're talking about getting that money for school. So don't go anywhere. Stay with me.
Tampa Bay, Tammy, yeah. Just listen to Tampa Bay.
Call Ricky. Ask Ricky. You need medical or a lawyer? I got the man to do the legwork for you. We tried the other ones before, so believe we hunted down 813-248-6300. Everything gon' be okay. Call Ricky, he coming. He taking care of state of Florida. Grab a pen of sundown 184-361 Rick. That's 184-361-425. Never word from the point forward, just recline. Just ask Ricky, plus your boy statewide. Just in case you missed it, I'ma tell you one more time. 184-361 Rick. Call Ricky, ask Ricky is a legal medical referral service. The doctors and lawyers in our network are trained in handling auto injury claims and giving you the best medical treatment and recovery. Now 1-844-361 Rick. That's 1-844-361-7425. Ricky. Ask Ricky.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call Herman White at 961-6661. That's 961-6661.
Hi, it's Angela Birdsong, and I want to recommend highly that if you're an attorney, that you get a quote for errors and omissions insurance from Sam Cohen at Attorneys First. He's had over 20 years of experience, and he knows how to work with attorneys. Call him at 727-799-4321.
Getting that money. We got Money Michelle, who is a Hampton University graduate. We got SQ Dollar. Look at these names. Money Michelle, right? SQ Dollar.
We didn't plan this.
Wait a minute.
We didn't even plan this.
The universe trying to tell us something.
Yes.
But anyway, so we're trying to figure out where to get that money, how to get that money. And it starts with
FAFSA. Look,
and
I
the
even got on
acronym
green today.
Okay.
Money Green.
Money Green. And FAFSA, the acronym is?
FAFSA. It stands for the Free Application for Federal Student Aid.
Now, Money Michelle is teaching at or working at, what school are you working out of?
I'm working out of a school in this Tampa Bay area.
Okay.
That will remain nameless because I like my job.
She said, well, anyway, she has a job where she works with
Students. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And you help them how?
I help them first and foremost really try to figure out what they want to do. That's the first thing we got to figure out.
So what's your title?
College and Career Coordinator.
College and Career Coordinator.
Yeah, and see, that's what I was getting ready to get into. At my school, we had what was called a CAP advisor in Miami. And Miss Madison, which I still communicate with today, and she was awesome. Now, I don't know if that's your only thing you do at the school, but at my school, that was the only thing she did. She had one job. You get kids prepared for college information for post high school education, and that'd be a whole nother conversation because I'm not like a everybody got to go to college advocate person. I'm like you have to go somewhere and get some education so that you can do something. I don't care what that is because I think Irwin is one of the biggest jewels in the state of Florida. Irwin Technical School right down the street at on Hillsborough County. Irwin Technical College.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something.
Yes.
Do they take the FAFSA?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, did you hear
they do.
that? Okay.
Irwin is one of the biggest jewels in the state of Florida for which you can go. I know several ARNPs, which are nurse practitioners who started out.
ARP.
I know.
ARNP is a nurse practitioner, but they started out and became LPNs. I mean CNAs and LPNs at Irwin, and then went from Irwin and became RNs at maybe USF or UT, and then continued and went to USF and became nurse practitioners, which is an inch away from a doctor.
Okay,
so
an inch away from the doctor.
Inch away from a doctor.
So everybody listening, write down right now, FAFSA. I know you said, I don't need it, I'm done. There's someone you know who needs it, and you are supposed to be the help that they need. You are part of the change that we want to see happen. FAFSA. And SQ made a great point. You don't necessarily have to, you need a FAFSA even if you're not going to college, if you're going to a vocational school, because money is there to help you pay and get the money.
And if I may, that is one thing that I try to adjust the way we discuss vocational schools, because a lot of them are still colleges. Irwin Technical College. That's the name of it. And I have a friend whose daughter just graduated from there. Henry Washington, he don't mind. Henry Washington, Shake's son. His daughter, Sky, I think is her name. I just saw her. She was at my house the other day.
Now, who is Shake Washington?
He's on the school board members.
Yesterday.
You know, I be throwing names out.
Yeah,
she always got to bring me down.
You tell him, okay.
Shake Washington, one of my frat brothers, by the way.
A Kappa. He's a Kappa.
And school board
member.
His
name SQ, but he's a Kappa. Come on, don't get it twisted.
And school board member, his granddaughter just graduated from Irwin Technical College, and we were having a conversation with that, and she was like, "Well, college ain't for me." I said, "Well, baby, you just graduated from a college," and she said, "You know what? People don't think about Irwin as a college. It's college.
Okay.
It's
and
college.
they take the Pell Grant.
And they take the
and
Pell
there
Grant.
are scholarships you can get.
Yes.
Okay, tell us a little more about the Pell Grant. I remember the Pell Grant when we were young.
Okay,
Tell us
now
about the Pell Grant.
The Pell
now.
Grant is specifically income based. If you are eligible for the Pell Grant, you're going to get, and I don't want to say the exact numbers. It used to be around $6,700, but it actually has just gone up to around $7,000 or so.
Now
HCC,
up to $7,000.
A lot of
Come
McDonald's.
it's enough for pretty much all of HCC for a year.
And all Irwin, yeah.
Right. So this
And the Pell Grant you do not pay back. It's a grant,
you
not
do
a
not.
loan. Grant. And I remember there was a young girl staying with me her senior year. At that time, Daryl was working out of town, and all the children were away at college, and it was just me and my baby girl, Kendall. And she had to go to school way at Hillsborough High because she was in the International Baccalaureate program. So one of her friends started to stay with us.
Oh,
and I loved it. She was from out of the country. Well, not out of the country per se. She was from the islands.
Right.
And she had come up here with her uncle. And so what I learned was it was easier for her to go to school than it was for my child to go to school because she had no income
right
for her. So she paid for everything before we did. So stop underestimating yourself for what you could do because mom's not here or you're alone, or mom is here and doesn't make any money. If she doesn't make any money and daddy doesn't have any money, you might be better off. It's easier for you to go to school.
You know what? That is one of the biggest things that is upsetting me right now. If you are income challenged.
Income challenge, and I'm gonna remember that one. Okay.
There is
Broke. You can translate that?
Yeah, go
okay.
ahead.
I was trying to be nice.
That.
I was trying to put it into nice words.
Okay.
We ain't got no money, so we can't be nice.
Okay. Come on.
If you are broke, you can go to school. And that's what irritates me so much about generational poverty. We talk about generational poverty and your mama was broke, your grandma was broke, you broke. You can now break the cycle because if you are eligible for that Pell Grant, you are able to go to a community college and it is going to pay for it. And that will allow you to get an associate's degree. And then you can...
Associate's degree usually
2
takes
years.
2 years. Go ahead.
And then you can transfer to some of the other state schools or any other school.
And really and truly, you can transfer without the associates. You can transfer after a year.
Oh, yeah.
Some you can transfer after a semester. You can transfer. So if you missed the deadline to be at FAM or FSU or wherever you want to be, you can still go. So don't stop. So now that's the news right now. Get on the phone, call your sister and tell her child can still go to school. Call your daughter and tell them your grandbaby can still go to school. Because if they are a senior and they are not already accepted, the university is just about out of what?
Which
spots. Out of spots.
Oh, no, not HCZ.
Well,
They got plenty
I'm
spots.
talking about the university itself.
Yeah.
But you can go to the junior college, get enrolled, be enrolled for the summer, really. You can go for the summer and the fall and still transfer for FAM. So don't not apply now.
Or you can take that same Pell Grant and you can come down to
Irwin,
off of Hillsborough County
Right.
by the casino, and you can get your barber's license, or you can get your carpenter's license, or you can become an electrician, or you can become a plumber.
'Cause
and
it's
you
a
can
list
charge
for
me
the-
$150 an hour to come out and fix my toilet, which I could have did if I had my own snake in 15 minutes, but I don't know how to do it. So you gonna fix my AC, or you gonna?
Oh yeah, that's what it was. It was written on. I have HVAC because you were mentioning them. HVAC,
That's air
plumbing,
conditioning.
and electrical.
Yeah.
Fastest way to $100,000 a year.
Period.
Those 3 particular vocational degrees.
So I don't want to hear about you being broke. Change
exactly.
the cycle.
Break the cycle. Take
Break
your
it.
broke self and break the cycle.
Well, take your broke self and go to FAFSA, FAFSA.com. Is it .gov?
It doesn't matter. You're gonna just Google FAFSA and whatever is probably by the time you get to FAF, it's gonna start
pop up.
coming up.
Okay.
And if you don't have the information, there is someone at a school who can direct you to that, preferably at a high school, who can direct you or your child or your sibling or whoever it is who can direct you to get this information.
We are actually, because what I really want to do, especially now since you didn't just put me all the way out there, I'm a consultant. I don't have a title for nowhere in the Tampa Bay area. I'm a consultant.
So you are you volunteering?
Yes, that's what I was actually going to say.
Oh,
I'm
see,
getting.
you know when your husband make money like that.
Oh, girl,
you can
please.
You can.
When I hadn't told my husband yet, but you know.
Going to work every day getting a check.
Oh, that's what he thinks.
No. I am. But I'm just saying, for in the future, I'm getting with one of my friends. You know Melanice. Of course, you know Melanice.
Yes, I
so
know.
Miss Melanice had the idea the other day. We want to get permission from the church, obviously, and really just get a big group of parents, kids, students, teachers, whoever, and let it be a working meeting. We're not coming there to tell you nothing. We're coming there to tell you to bring your computer,
in there
bring your phone.
to fill out some FAFSA.
You can fill out the FAFSA on your phone.
FAFSA.
Yes. I know it's hard.
No, it's FAFSA.
FAF, girl, you about to
So
confuse
it's
me. FAFSA.
It's
FAFSA.
FAS.
No, wait a minute.
Hold on, let's pull it up. Pull it up.
Girl.
We all got confused, but whatever. By the time you
But
put
I
the
was
thing
saying
in,
FAFSA. So is
That's
it
what I think it is.
FA?
free application for federal student aid. So it's
There you go.
FAFSA.
Yeah, that's what I thought is FAFSA. So
Right.
we got to say it correctly.
See,
There you
by
go.
the time I just put in FAF, it
Okay.
comes up.
You got it,
FAFSA.gov.
y'all. FAF. You have to put it in. You have to apply.
Mm-hmm.
You must do it, whether it's college or vocational school. Okay? You must do it, and there is money for you. Now, the Pell Grant, is it somewhere separate they go?
No. And the exact website, if this is a little easier, studentaid.gov. But you can put that in, you can put in
studentaid.gov.
FAFSA, it'll all come up. But no, once you go to the FAFSA, create your FSA ID, you're going to need to know your Social Security number. You'll need either your own taxes or your parents' taxes. And once you finish the application, I know, right?
That's the challenge
Yeah,
right there.
that
You
is-
have
that is the
parents
test
that haven't
challenge.
done their taxes or don't want to. They think they're
Disclose.
dodging something, but you're
Right.
not.
Well, their taxes
It's-
ain't real.
Look, your baby needs you. Come on,
and
let's
that's
do
the
something
thing.
right.
I mean, and depending on how old your baby is or if they live with you or not, they may not even. You can be
You
independent.
can be independent
you
student,
can be an
yeah.
independent
But it just
student.
is certain
Because
circumstances.
that's what the young lady
That's
that
what I
was
did.
staying with
Okay,
me. She
yeah.
was an independent
Yeah.
student.
That's what I did the same thing. And also, if you want to put it on a now, are we speaking directly to high schoolers and students, or we're talking to just anybody?
We're talking to
Because I want to go directly to the if you have parents with high school kids, because
Yeah.
there is absolutely no excuse for any student who goes to school in the state of Florida to have to pay to go to college.
It's
Because-
Oh, heard that, didn't you?
Because not only do you have federal aid, but all these lotto tickets that folks is be buying, Florida Bright Futures has
Right.
been free since I was in high school, and I graduated in 2001.
Some rules to that game changed.
It changed. It changed.
I don't know. I think the GPA.
The
went
GPA,
up.
all of that has
The
changed.
test score, and
But
it's going up again.
But my point is, it's free.
It's free. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know you was shutting us down.
What you doing, Mr. Jones? Okay, that's my boo handling things. I am
see
Tampa Bay
him.
Tammy, and my boo is the producer. Hey. So don't go anywhere. Call a friend and tell them to listen in, y'all.
Just listen to Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay, yeah, 'cause just listen to Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay.
By now, we're all aware of the dangers of COVID-19. Like others with existing health issues, cancer patients are at a high risk due to their compromised condition. If you are newly diagnosed with cancer, your care likely can't wait. Moffitt Cancer Center is the best place for your cancer concerns and to provide guidance to help you plan your next steps. We're here for you. Call 1-888-456-2839 or go to moffitt.org/here for you. Jazz at Miss Connie's House is brought to you by Ray Williams Funeral Home, providing the highest quality, professional, and caring service for your family. Call Jeffrey Rhodes at 813-253-3419. That's 813-253-3419. Or visit him at 301 North Howard Avenue, Tampa, Florida. Ray Williams Funeral Home for the finest care and quality service.
Hey, this is Agent Wright, better known as Mr. Clean. You looking for some great barbecue? Come see them two brothers in the grill, located at 423 Virginia Street, Charleston, West Virginia. We got ribs, chicken, pulled pork, brisket, collard greens, mac and cheese, baby. Come get some and get you a nice, smooth cigar. 304-550-4431. That is 304-550-4431. Come get some, baby. The Rib Man, mama, the Rib Man.
Get in the mood, get in the groove. What's up, y'all? I am Tampa Bay Tammy. You're tuned in Touch Radio, reality radio where everyone is a star. And today I have in the house with me Michelle. No, let's get it right. Money Michelle. And we have SQ Dollar.
As always, how y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Dollar. Yes. And we're talking about money. Yeah, it's funny. SQ Dollar, Money Michelle.
We're getting some folks paid today.
Okay. So it is about getting your students paid, your children paid, your nieces and nephews paid. It's about affording college and vocational school. That's what this is all about. So call a friend and tell them to listen in or write down FAFSA, FAFSA.
And we were getting ready to get into about the bright futures.
Okay.
And so the thing that I am big on, so one of the things, like the story in my book about the girl I was dating in high school, and every time before we went out, from 10th grade until we graduated, her mother made her take a practice SAT test.
What?
Yeah,
Every
I believe
Saturday. Her mother was an RN from Jamaica.
Okay.
And
She wasn't
I hate to get into culture wars, but some cultures just are, let's face it, some cultures are more some cultures within the African diaspora are way more academically stern than American families are. That's just a fact. And every Friday, every Saturday, whenever we went out, if we was going out, she had to take a practice SAT test. Every time. And she ended up getting full bright futures. All three of her daughters got full bright futures. So you're talking about, she sent 3 kids to college and barely had to pay anything because all of their tuition was covered. Because if you get the full bright futures, all of your tuition is covered. So there's no excuse. And all you got to do that is get good grades and pass the test. So that is on the student and the family and the parents of the student to ensure that, because now you know that, or you should have known that. Like, I graduated in 2001. It's been around since I graduated, which means if you got a child that's younger than 10 and you don't know, and you're not preparing them for bright futures,
they just don't know.
The onus is on you, but you don't know because you don't ask.
Right.
Well,
and you go to the school and say, hey, what can I be doing to prepare my kid for what's out there, what's available?
And you know, in the old days, that's what a counselor's position was. The
Not
counselor
anymore.
at the high school, their job was to help the child go to the next level when they graduated. So they would have a day. They would talk to you. They would have at the beginning of the year, they told you your options. And anytime they had, you remember in the old days, they used to call a meeting. What they call a meeting? Where everybody come to the auditorium.
PTA meeting?
No. They used to have an assembly.
Oh, they still do that. No, those things are done.
Well,
I'm telling you.
Are the counselors?
Those things yes, the counselors are there.
Okay.
I'm talking about parents coming to those. Everybody who works at that school building, who was working there when y'all was there, they still work there.
Okay. But I don't think the counselors
They are there.
That.
I can call 10 of them right now. They're
but
in
are
the building.
they doing
it? They can do it if you ask for it.
stuff.
And they telling them kids. I was just in one. I was at Spoto last week. They there. They tell them kids that. Do the parents come and make sure that they have the same? And the point about me mentioning about the mama was the one telling her, you're going to get bright futures. You're not leaving here till you take your SAT test. You need to have this score, because the mother went to the school and said, hey, counselor, what's a career in college and career person? How are you doing? This is my daughter. what can she came from another country. She didn't know nothing about Bright
and
Futures.
they figured it
Okay.
out. They totally figured it out. I will say this though, because the Bright Futures, the scores are going up. You have to have a 3.0, which
Okay.
that's not hard.
No,
You
that's
should be
not.
able to
That's a
keep a 3.0. Period.
Half sleep.
Yes,
Like, for
like
real.
if you put your name on the paper.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, you know you extra smart.
I am, but that's
no,
but no,
a 3.0.
But I was a teacher as well. You know, it ain't
you
that
can
difficult.
pull
now.
a 3.0.
You can pull 3.0.
Period.
Okay.
Now the 1210, that's the actual SAT.
Okay.
That's
No, you mean the
for the SAT. You have to have
that's
a
the
1210.
I mean,
just
not
the
let's
SAT.
mean law
LSAT, you trying to go?
The
You trying to go to law
ACT.
school?
Yeah, the SAT. Okay,
so-
not the ACT.
She trying to go to law school with
I know,
LSAT.
right?
I heard
The
that.
SAT 3.0 and a 1210 on the SAT, a 25
That's
on the
what I'm
ACT.
thinking, the ACT. Okay.
Those are attainable scores. However, you do have to study, and you hear a lot about test
Man,
prep.
Y'all can talk what y'all want. I was top in my class. I was in gifted classes
Oh,
when I was
she
young.
gonna say she ain't have to
Wait a
study.
minute. I got ready to take the ACT. What did you think I made?
I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm sure not
16.
gonna say. Girl, stop!
I'm not
I ain't
kidding.
never met nobody that did worse than me.
Well, I made a 16. I had to go back. Now, when I went back and take it again, but see, I went out that night. I partied. I had a good time. I didn't know the value of it because I always did so well. So you have to pay attention. You can't take for granted it's going to be that easy for you. I made a 16. So I had to go back when I took it
That's
again
the
the
minimum
next time.
to play sports.
Okay. I made a 22. And
There
that's
you
how I
go.
went with a 22.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but now it's 25.
It's
would
25.
Get you, what's that?
And
a
that's going to get you
presidential?
75%.
Yeah, that's not even
25
the
will get you
full thing.
75%. In order to get the
And I was
full one,
gifted.
you're going to need a 1330. That's this year is going up again to 1340 for
And
next
let me tell
year.
you why it's going up. Because you know who gains most of it and who's been eating at it and been just living off of it?
Not us.
Not us. Because you don't have to really apply for Bright Futures. It's just given to you if you qualify because it's state mandated. They know that. And all they kids is just eating, coming to USF. Why
Okay.
think USF getting all these? Why think we getting this new stadium and all of this stuff? It ain't only that football money. It's all this free tuition that's just flooding into USF from the
Okay.
surrounding areas because their kids are. I would venture to say over half of Plants and Steinbrenner's graduating class
Oh, heck yeah.
qualified for
Oh,
Bright
definitely.
Futures.
More
And they're
than
taking it
half.
all over the state.
I
More
would
than
say
half.
more than half.
Probably more than half.
Easy. Now, I
Easy.
will say, if you are like super excited, because maybe you just found out from what we said your kid has those stats, there is a very small application. I mean, you have to go in and put in basically your name, your social security number. It's really, really easy. But that money is available. But you were going to say, I think the reason why the test scores, this is my theory, these test scores are going higher and higher because it's a percentage of the top test scores that they base it off of.
Yeah.
Well, all
Okay.
these parents are paying for test prep.
Let
Of
me
course,
let me
yeah.
let me interrupt you for a minute. We have a call. Let's see who my call is. Hello, who's my caller? Oh, must be a scam call. I can't hear anything. Well, you're gonna have to call back because I can't. Can you all hear? or
I
is it
can't
just
hear a
me?
thing. I'm
All right,
worried it
let's
might
keep
be my
moving.
husband calling me because
Oh,
he don't
Lord.
even know I'm doing this.
You know they have a way.
I
of
didn't even
finding
really
it.
know I was doing it. I thought I was coming here to go to a meeting.
Anyway, so that's another thing I wanted to deal with. Years ago, I had a dream, and I dreamed that I wanted to have a class, and I wanted to say, Mama, I want to go to college. And I wanted to run an ad and say, if you want to go to college, meet us here this day, and we're going to do what it takes to try to get you on the list into a university. Because it all starts with you wanting to go. And a lot of kids are being left out, and they want to go, and they have good grades,
Good
and they
grades.
didn't think about it. I know you blowing like, I'm telling you, sometimes it just flies over your head. We didn't have to even apply for a college until our senior year. We didn't have to think about college until we were getting ready to graduate.
Not
now
today.
you have to be prepared by the 11th grade already accepted.
You need to be
Before that-
really
before that,
already
sweetheart.
knowing
Are
what
you
you're doing.
serious?
Before that,
For Big Futures, which is through the College Board, they actually have things that you can do through their site in the 10th grade.
You said big future.
Big Futures,
It's a
right?
different-
What is
it's another
that?
one.
It's a whole nother thing. We
See,
had to do
look,
another show on that stuff.
Okay, big futures.
Don't worry about
bright
that. We don't want
futures,
we don't want to
and
confuse.
but
people.
see, and again,
But I'm saying
the frustration,
Stay
the frustration for
optimistic.
me is and has always been Parents.
Okay, wait a minute. We're going to get this call this time. Let's try it again. Oh, are we going to answer Mr. Jones? We ain't got
Not
this
happening.
right there. We're going to keep talking about
Well, my
bright
issue,
futures,
my issue,
big futures, and fast.
my issue is
FAFSA.
you say the kid has to have the want. The parent, no, kids don't know what they want.
Yep.
Parents need to tell kids what they need to do. I don't care what you want.
I agree.
Like,
What you clapping
no.
for instead of putting
Look,
the clap
Like, you
on?
don't.
Look what I wrote.
What?
Do not let your kids do this alone. Would you let them buy a house alone? Some of them might, because they ain't never buy a house before. But
Yeah.
but they know you need somewhere to live.
And
Like,
you know what? I tell people all the time, if you want your child to go to college, you have to take them to college. Even once they get accepted. Don't say, oh, they're grown. They can go do it themselves.
Because they got
no.
to do the FAFSA every year.
and you should
Go.
You should
See.
instill
Do.
certain things
Help.
in your child from young ages so that certain things are not a surprise to them.
Right.
What I'm going to do after high school should not be a concept that I don't think about until I'm in high school. I was told from elementary, you got two choices. You're going to military, you're going to college.
That's how we were, too.
But you're going somewhere.
Right.
Going
So if
somewhere.
we have kids who are not ambitious beyond high school, it is the parents' fault. And we need to stop pointing fingers at the schoolhouse and stop pointing fingers at the child. And we need to point fingers at some of these parents. It's the parents' fault in some instances if your child does not have the information. And if the parent doesn't have the information, there are 100 schools.
Parents, I'm not jumping on you now because
will.
I don't want you folding, bowing down, and all of a sudden saying, being ashamed of what you haven't done. Now is the time to enact
Learn.
everything we are telling you. Just go into motion. FAFSA. FAFSA.
Well, no, go
It's
to
not too late.
go to
Make
your
it
school
happen.
and go see her.
Go see
Whatever
the counselor.
this
I'm not
person
at a
is.
school.
I'm no.
I'm going to be at a church.
But there are people at schools who do that.
But how soon before you do the church thing?
I'm going to talk to Melanie. We were just talking about it last night.
Okay.
So
We're
we're
gonna
going
let
to
you
try
all
to get
know.
this on
And I'm
quick.
thinking I would love to get the conference room out here one day too, maybe one Saturday, and it's gonna be so you want to go to college. You know,
That's fine.
people say so you want to dance. So you want to.
But I'm telling you right now, I'm not into doing these. Hey, let me tell you, you gonna bring your computer.
Yeah.
We gonna fill out the FAFSA. We
Now,
gonna do this.
wait a
we
minute.
Gonna do that.
See,
I'm not trying to be telling
look,
people
Miss
stuff.
Tesla driving power couple of
leave
the
me
year.
alone.
Have
need
to
to do
graduate. Everybody doesn't have a laptop to bring.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You
That's
said
right,
bring
that's right.
your computer?
Bring your phone.
Now that's
gonna
the
give
truth
me
because the
that?
phone is a mini computer.
You can
Period.
do it on the phone. It has a mobile application.
It has internet, baby.
Yes. Bring something. I'm not
Bring
gonna be
your
sitting around
phone.
talking about, hey,
You're
do you
tired,
want to
you're
do
poor,
this?
you're hungry.
You gonna if I'm there, you leaving with filling something out.
Okay.
You filling out something.
So we're gonna have a FAFSA done. Now they have told you a lot of things. They told us about FAFSA, Bright Futures, Pell Grant. What else?
Go to your schools, please.
Counselor.
Go to the
No.
school. Go to the school. If you got kids,
Uh-huh.
go visit
Oh,
the school.
parents go
Parents.
to the school.
Go to the school.
Say what's next?
If you're an adult and you're not sure where to go to HCC.
Go to HCC, yeah.
Or you can literally walk into Irwin and say, hey, what y'all do here?
I want my baby to go to school. Help me.
Or I want to go.
Okay.
We
I
beyond the
wanna
kids.
go, yeah.
I want to go.
wanna
Like,
go.
I'm tired of doing what I'm doing. I want to know what else is. And a lot of times people don't know what they can do.
Right.
I drove
They don't know
that-
what's available.
I'll tell you this, because I taught at Blake and Hillsborough.
Okay.
I drove down Hillsborough Avenue for 2 years. I had no clue what that building was.
Oh.
They do
okay.
tours.
But if you don't know, it looked like
Yeah.
it looked like a mini
Well,
jail.
we didn't call it college back then. It was
Irwin Tech.
Irwin Tech.
Vocational Technical School. So now it has.
I think it's always
Now,
been Irwin College, but
You
that's
mentioned
Babe,
for
I'm old.
parents to go to their schools. I got to do a shameless plug for the PTSA because when you go to your schools,
What's the PT?
I will miss the Parent Teacher Student Association.
Okay,
but I
acronym.
am going to mention Robinson High School because my son graduated from Robinson High School last year, and they have a all volunteer moms. It's called the Cube. And if you want to find out college information anywhere having to do near Robinson High School, go in there and ask for somebody from the Cube, because they are.
The Q or the Cube?
Cube, C-U-B-E.
Okay.
Ann Eastman created this. It was just a group of volunteer moms, and because I still feel like I'm a part of it, even though I'm not there anymore. Our hearts are all about serving these kids and helping them not only to get money, but to just get a plan. So I a lot of times when you go into schools nowadays, nobody has time for you. But if you look for your PTSA parents in high school, if you go near Robinson and you ask somebody in there for information from somebody for the Cube, or if I asked my husband, I'd give everybody my phone number, but he probably don't want me to do that right just yet. But in any case, I'm gonna have a number.
We're gonna give that
I'm
number.
I'm gonna give out my Google Voice number, 'cause I have that.
You can give out social media.
I don't know what it is. I'm giving something out, but I just want people to have this information. And unfortunately, the schools nowadays, they're too busy.
Okay. Just keeping the kids under control.
Oh, don't even get me started with that.
Look, I have so much respect for anyone who teaches high school. But I'll be right back. I am Tampa Bay Tammy here with Money Michelle, SQ Dollar, and we're talking about how to get that money, baby, for school.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call Herman White at 961-6661. That's 961-6661.
Call Ricky. Ask Ricky. You need medical or a lawyer? I got the man to do the legwork for you. We tried the other ones before, so believe we hunted down 813-248-6300. Everything gon' be okay. Call Ricky, he coming. He taking kids state of Florida. Grab a pen of sundown. 1-800-361-RICK. That's 1-800-361-425. Never word from the point forward, just recline. Just ask Ricky, plus your boy statewide. Just in case you missed it, I'ma tell you one more time. 1-800-361-RICK. Call Ricky, ask Ricky. Is a legal medical referral service. The doctors and lawyers in our network are trained in handling auto injury claims and giving you the best medical treatment and recovery. Dial 1-844-361-RICK. That's 1-844-361-7425. Ricky. Ask Ricky.
Can my music play? Hey, what's up? I am Tampa Bay Tammy, and you are tuned into In Touch Radio, reality radio where everyone is a star. And right now, the star of the hour is none other than Money Michelle and SQ Dollar.
What that guan, brethren?
Anyway, what are we talking about today?
FAFSA, finding that money for college.
And the acronym is
FAFSA, free application for federal student aid, FAFSA.
And what else is it good for?
Oh, it's good to get you into any college and university, man. Especially Irwin. We're going to shout out Irwin just because we in Tampa
vocational college, yes. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a university like FAMU or FSU or Hampton University. For those of you tuned in and you say, I know that girl, you're right, you probably do. That's Michelle Blaylock from Hampton University.
Hey.
And that's
HBCUs in the building.
Yes,
and
definitely.
I didn't go to
Dollar,
one, but
he went to USL.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to
Well,
go.
that's all right.
I wanted to go see how the other folk lived.
We hear you.
I grew up. I grew up in the HBC.
So you figure you had enough.
I had enough.
I hear you.
I had enough of y'all.
Wait a minute. I want you to know she's a Delta.
Oh, look at you with some nice colors. My mama's a Delta.
Oh,
there you go.
okay.
1972.
Oh my goodness, that's the year I was born. Oh, I didn't say that.
See, look, you with these times, man.
That wasn't me.
That wasn't you. That
wasn't me. That was somebody.
That was your mama. That was your mama. Your mama was born.
Yeah.
That what it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Because we're a whole lot younger than we look.
He done got the lighting on now. There we go.
Yeah.
Look,
Now
look,
they
I'm
can see
looking
it
at
all.
the camera.
There we
See
go.
it all now.
It's all good.
We see
We're
it all now.
glad to be here. We're still
Thank you,
here, and
Lord.
we're here to help you make sure your children can go to the universities too, and the technical schools. Because when you go to a vocational technical school, you also go to nursing school.
And again, we need to stop calling them vocational technical schools. They are colleges.
Right.
Well,
They are
you
colleges.
know, I don't want them to get confused because I hear people saying I don't want to go to college. So I want them to know it's vocational technical.
No,
schools
but
too.
you're still,
Or
and that's the
college.
same conversation I had with Shake's
Right.
granddaughter. You're at a college. What you mean you don't want to go to college? What do you the purpose of college is to go somewhere to
And
learn how
learn.
to do something and
So-
get you a career.
You can be self-sufficient and move about your mama's house.
Whatever that career may, and even when it comes to the big universities, now we can go by size. I'm okay with say big universities because we sitting on 45,000 students out here at USF.
Okay.
So that's not the same as FAM or Hampton. Like it's
Wait
a
a
different
minute.
world out there.
Okay.
So we can talk about big schools versus small schools. But school is still school, and that's the stigma we need to get kids away from. Because the goal is to get out of my house, go somewhere and learn how to do something so you can be what you said self-sufficient.
Self-sufficient.
That's the goal. Now,
Self-sufficient.
whatever it is you want to go and become, you
We
go
all right
find
with
you
it.
go find out where you can go become that at.
And let me tell you, it's okay to have the same mentality that our parents had, your mother had, my mother had. You're going somewhere, but you're not staying here.
Hey, guess what?
Okay. You either go to college or university or you go get you a good paying job. And we say grown folks job, not a Burger King job unless you're the manager. Okay.
Or own it.
Okay. Now, other than that, you need to go to TCO, Memphis
Something for
MLGNW. Who else?
But
What's
guess
the
what?
big
When you
paying
go to the
job?
military, even going to the military, you should do the FAFSA.
Uh-oh.
Even when you join the military, because so many people don't understand that you're going to get there and you think you're joining the military. You really going to school. You just going to military school.
Yeah, because
You're
I remember
learning-
they say, "What's your MO or your
Oh,
What
yeah.
is it? Something.
I don't know. All I
Some
know
acronym
is
they have.
I-
MO or MDO. MO.
Modus
I just did a
operandi.
Marine boot camp.
Who you?
Yes, me. I went rappelling and everything.
How was it?
Oh, Lord have mercy. I made it. I couldn't figure out
She
how to
look like she in
march or
shape, though.
run.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
she is. I probably break the strap.
Girl, please.
You know they got to
No,
sit
but
me on the zip line.
those
That's
people-
why I don't want to do the zip line. I'm scared I'm gonna break the rubber.
Well,
band.
see, I thought I was ziplining too. No, I was. You like jump. You on this big tall thing, and you like jumping back. I'll show it to you. I'm like vertical. It wasn't ziplining.
See.
It was totally.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's
hey,
too
hey,
much-
hey, she took that
too
back
much
home to the
booty
husband.
pants. Oh.
That's why
Look.
she ain't working. That's why she volunteering. She took all that back home to her husband. And,
All them
you know what,
skills,
baby? You
Look,
ain't,
I
you ain't
can go
volunteering.
vertical and throw my legs.
You ain't
this
got to
way
go
and
nowhere in the
Look,
morning.
hey.
You want to volunteer with the kids? Go ahead. He don't even know what she's doing. He don't even care. Bring
Just come on.
some
home.
Bring
of
that
the-
propelling
Bring
back.
that propelling back.
Oh Lord.
It's all good. So parents, I remember the other day I asked Michelle, I said we were gonna cover what's bugging you. And Michelle said, what's bugging me is
These kids not going to school and not filling out the FAFSA. That is getting on my last nerves
and
because
she said the parents. You all want to blame just your children, but you are responsible.
Or the school.
Yeah.
Or the school.
And you are 100% responsible for what your children do and don't do.
So what's really bugging me when we talk about the kids and the parents, we are in I don't even care if you say you go to a bad school. In Tampa, you may go to a bad school, but it ain't that bad. Our high schools, they're not that bad. These kids are not even going to class. You could at least take your behind to class.
See, I'm going to agree with her because one of the biggest things that I had an issue with, and I have some theories on how to fix it, is the incentives to go to class and be in class. Because you can still, like she said, it's easy to get a 3.0. It is. If you just have perfect attendance, I guarantee you'll probably get a 3.0.
Yes,
And there are
they
so many-
giving grades away.
And there are so many kids who don't go to class and still have good grades. Attendance is not incentivized properly and it's not punished appropriately. That is a big issue of something else that I would say is bugging me because the average for a kid with perfect attendance is a 3.4 GPA,
Oh wow.
period. If you just come to school every day, you're bound
You're just
to learn.
accidentally gonna learn
gonna
something
learn
and pass
something.
somebody's test.
You're gonna learn something. Just so that in and of itself is enough for me. Perfect attendance Average GPA is a 3.3.
So the word for today, the acronym for today is FAFSA. You're going to be tired of me hearing that. I want you to write it down.
Yep.
I don't want you to say I missed it. No, I've said it a million times. Don't miss it. FAFSA. I don't care if you call it FAFSA, FAFO. I don't care
Whatever
what
you
you call
it.
it.
Just call it. Google it. Something.
FAFSA. You need to download it. Go to the website. Look at it.
Find it some kind of a
Apply.
way.
Yes. And then the Pell Grant. The Pell Grant is free money. It's for, what's the word you
I
use?
said income challenged.
Income
But you don't even have to
challenged.
worry about that name. Once
And
you get to
SQ
the
said broke.
FAFSA, yeah, he wasn't even trying to be nice.
He wasn't trying to be cute with it
But
at
look,
all.
if you broke, you can break the cycle by
Mm-hmm.
filling out your FAFSA and going to school. Once you fill it out, the Pell Grant, they'll tell you if you get it or not. So I mean, you just have to really just go to. You're gonna need your Social Security number, and you're gonna need your taxes, and your
Okay.
parents and the students. It's like a two-part
And your
piece.
parents shouldn't mind giving you their taxes for that. I remember the children fussing at Daryl saying, "Daddy, we need your taxes." Daryl, like, I haven't finished
Hey,
filing
man,
them yet.
Well, see-
down tax is a little different. You know what I'm saying? Tax is a little different.
And they fix that
a
problem.
little different.
How they do
Right,
that?
because they want prior. So
Oh,
you
the
only
year
need
before,
your
not
right.
the new one, the
Yeah.
old
Right.
one.
You don't
Okay.
need. So it's if you ain't
No
filed your
excuse,
taxes by
y'all.
then, you going to jail. So
Okay.
Wait a
they
minute.
should have been already filed for the ones that FAFSA
Well,
need.
some of these children, mom and dad, are going to jail. But what I'm thinking you need to do is
Them the ones not in class.
yeah, but look, check what you say, break the cycle.
Yes,
you
break
can go to
the
school,
cycle.
do it yourself, apply as an independent student, and it's some challenges with that. But
Well, and
try
that's the other thing, and I'm not meaning to make light of people's challenges. But if you are in a situation where you, let's say you're under a guardianship, you would file your FAFSA as an independent, and then guess what? You get free college in any public
that's
Florida
wonderful.
school. If you're under a guardianship, or if you're what's called homeless, but not like living on,
Or if you're a foster kid or
right,
something like
foster
that.
kid
foster
under a
kids can cut
guardianship,
up.
considered homeless, meaning you're displaced.
And wait a minute,
It's
and
all
that's
kind of
even
free
better
money.
because if you're displaced, you're going to have to get out of whoever's house you in anyway at
Anyway,
18.
might as
So
well go to
you
school.
may as well,
And I'll
go to
tell you
school
this, that
and
was
live
one of-
on campus.
That was one of the reasons why I left Miami and came to USF is
Wow.
because I got to get out of Liberty City and got to live on campus, and I pretty much just never left until
You was
I
chasing that
moved
good
off
stuff.
campus.
Just tell the truth, like
I
you
was
told me.
that good stuff.
Chasing that good stuff.
Yeah,
that
that
goody, goody.
independence and my own stability. That's what I was chasing, and not wanting to run out of bullets. Cause like the old Pip say, you can get cookies when you can't get nothing. So that was not the number one thing on my mind.
Oh, that
But-
pimp, old pimp.
We didn't
Hey.
quoted the pimps
Hey,
now.
hey.
Okay.
Pimp down.
Hey.
Pimp in distress.
Pimps to keep you alive.
But-
So yeah, so that's my thing. You use nothing can can improve your life situation like education.
Okay,
Nothing.
we're about out of time, so I'm giving you your information right now. Get your pencil and paper. Think about who you're going to call, your niece, your nephew, your
Text 'em.
grandchild, your neighbor, whatever. The acronym is FAFSA. You're going to get FAFSA. You must apply with your FAFSA. Then you're going to get free money if you're challenged through your Pell Grant. You do not have to pay it back. And it's not just for colleges and universities with academic straight school. It's some for trade, and it's called vocational college. They also pay. So I am Tampa Bay Tammy. We got Michelle, Miss Money Michelle, and SQ Dollar here. And if you have any questions about it, we're here for you. So we'll be back
See ya tomorrow.
next time. Yeah, tomorrow.
5
We're
o'clock.
awesome. Done. All right, bye-bye.
Tampa Bay, Tammy, yeah, yeah. Just listen to Tampa Bay, Tammy, Tampa Bay, Tammy, Tampa Bay, Tammy, your girlfriend.